Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name's Carol and this is a brand new channel. So Yellow Cardinal Tarot is all about shadow work, and this reading is for December 2023, and it's the first reading that I will be doing for you. So pretty excited. And shadow work we find is going to have a lot of patterns show up usually in our life, and that's how we look at our patterns and figure out how it's linked to our shadow. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do in this reading for you. I have a video linked above. It's called it's about shadow work, and it's taken from my other channel, and my other channel is called CAROLE Cares, and it is about dealing with your mental health struggles. Okay, so anything like anxiety, depression, emotions, how to work through your emotions, journaling, grounding. And so at the end of this video, after I give you the guidance from the tarot, I'm also going to give you some videos, going to recommend some videos for you to help you deal with the shadow aspect that's coming up for you right now. And that'll be taken from my other channel, CAROLE Cares. So let's get started. I want to start off with, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Light Seers Tarot, and because I want to look at what pattern in your life is going on that you're aware of right now. And then I want to look at the shadow aspect of this. Like, why is the shadow bringing this up for you all the time? There's this pattern that's repeating. And then the guidance that I have for you from the tarot, and then from my other videos, I'll let you know about that also. And the yellow cardinal for me, in the end, I'm going to give you a spirit animal oracle card, and I called my channel the Yellow Cardinal because I have had a significant amount of body work, energy work, in particular craniosacral work, because I have complex trauma. And so one of the spirit animals that came out in my energy reading once was the Yellow Cardinal, and both my energy healer and myself didn't know that that bird actually existed. And so it's just always been my favorite spirit animal. It is a unique bird. It does exist, and I have a picture of it in the background, and it's taken from a photographer by the name of Jeremy Black, who's from the United States. And I didn't know, but he just comes up when you research Yellow Cardinal, and he has taken a picture of a Yellow Cardinal, and beautiful picture. And so yeah, it's my spirit animal. And so I'm going to start off with the 3 cards for you. So let's look at what pattern. Yeah, the pattern that you are aware of right now. Oops, sorry, I'm going to pick one. I just want to pick one. If a couple of them comes up, I don't take them for the top layer. But yeah, so I just want one card for Cancer to show the pattern that's showing up. And no, there's 2 here. One card for Cancer. One card for Cancer. One card for Cancer. And I have 2 cards that are, I got to put them back in because I don't want to. I'm very strict on this first layer. One card for Cancer. One card. All right. 7 of Pentacles for you. The 7 of Pentacles. And the shadow aspect that's linked to this pattern. The shadow aspect that's linked to this pattern. The shadow aspect that's linked to this pattern for you. The Tower. The second time that's come out in a reading today for the shadow. What guidance? I see 1 card here. Oh, there's 2, so I can't take them. What guidance can you give me? What guidance? A card. 1 card. I just want 1 card for Cancer for guidance, please. 1 card. 1 card. Sometimes it's stubborn and it doesn't want to give it to me. 4 of Pentacles. All right. So let's look at these 3 cards. So the 7 of Pentacles, for the pattern that's showing up for you right now, you have this individual in this picture, this card, who looks like he's been spending a lot of time with this plant that he's growing. And, you know, I mean, some people, I remember purchasing a book once, didn't read it, but there are people that actually talk to their plants and say that the plants talk back. And I have a beautiful plant behind me that's been through, it's real, and I love this plant behind me. And you know, if you take care of a plant, it grows. Usually, I'm not really don't have a big green thumb, but this particular individual, he's been growing this one. You can see there's pentacles. It's a very healthy plant. He's put a lot of time, a lot of love, and a lot of effort into it. So I'm seeing for you that you're putting a lot of time and a lot of effort into something. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I know in the Rider-Waite deck, the individual that puts a lot, he's standing with his hoe and his, beside his abundant crop, and he's looking at it going, is this it? Like, is this kind of it? And so he looks like he's contemplating, you know, is all this time and this maybe money, this energy I'm spending with this plant worth it? So we'll see what comes out with that one. The shadow aspect that's coming out is there's a tower here. And the tower for me, whenever there's a change that needs to be made in your life, the tower will come out. And it's something that comes from the universe. And I like to call it the universe. You can call it God, spirit, source, whatever word you want to give it. But there is something out there that, you know, brings about these tower moments in our life. I've had many tower moments, too many, during my really intensive last years of healing my trauma, where there was just a pattern that I was repeating over and over again. And it was like, you know what? The universe just came in and went, you're done with this pattern. And for a couple of them, there were some huge red flags that I was just ignoring. And the universe just kind of meant, you know, like, you're going to keep ignoring this, and this is what's going to happen. And that's exactly what happened with me. So that's the tower moment. We'll see what's coming up with you in the shadow. Guidance is the Four of Pentacles. This woman is, yeah, there's like, to me it looks like there's this big bazaar or something behind her. And I know, because I used to run for any of these types of places when I go on trips and wanting to go shop. Just wanted to go and spend all my money in my, you know, my other life. And then, but she's not going for it. She's holding on to her purse quite tightly. So in the Four of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, it's, you know, it's called the Miser card, where he's standing there. He's got 2 feet on his pentacles and one on his head and holding on tightly to one, where you're just holding on to these attachments. Material attachments. I mean, they are the pentacles. So what is it that you're holding on to, right? Something that you're holding on to. That's the guidance here. So we'll see what that is. And let's take get into the Rider-Waite now. I usually clarify these points with 3 cards. And I won't take more than 5. I don't like 5. Makes me talk too much. Yeah, so let's get some clarification for what pattern am I aware of right now in my life. So I need clarification for the Seven of Pentacles for Cancer. 3 cards for the Seven of Pentacles. Now, I did shuffle these, pre-shuffle these, and I'm hoping there's 3 here. Yeah! So I got Judgment, Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. The Tower. What shadow aspect is linked to this pattern? Give me 3 cards for, oh wow, You got the Tower upside down. Tower in reverse. All right, well, look at that. I'm thinking you're blocking the Tower moment. Lots of red flags, maybe. The story that I told. Okay, shadow aspect. Shadow aspect. 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards for Cancer for the shadow aspect. Be nice to me. 2 more cards. Oh, the Hierophant. And the Fool. Okay, and 4 Pentacles, the guidance. What guidance do you have for Cancer for the shadow aspect? 3 cards, please. Too many there. Okay, so I do have 3 right here that I'm going to take. So I have the 2 of Pentacles upside down in reverse, and I have the 8 of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Pentacles upright. I do read reversals. All right, so yeah, and then I'll end it. I'll give you, when I give you my guidance, I will give you a suggestion for videos, and then that's when I'll pull my spirit card for you, oracle card. All right, so let's start off with this individual who has spent a lot of time with this plant, trying to figure out if, you know, this commitment is, this is your pattern. A lot of time, putting a lot of time into something, maybe you're spending a lot of time on something that you're doing. I don't know. Is it worth it? Like that, I'm just asking these questions, okay? It's a general reading. There's a judgment card that comes out. It's the first card, and for me, there's like, you have these people coming out of their coffins, you know, like they're being reborn. They're coming alive again. And the judgment card for me is this part of you, there's something inside of you, maybe your higher self, that's calling on you or nudging on you to do something, to go in a different direction. And then we get the Queen of Cups. Now, I do want to talk about my court cards in my reading. So my own therapy with my shadow work that I've done and I continue to do and will continue to do until the day I die. I worked with my parts. I work with my parts. So I do parts work, and everybody has parts, but not everybody knows that, and not everybody is willing to accept that. But if you think about it, like you know how when you're spinning in your head, and it's because there's parts that are battling it out inside of you, and there's a part of you that wants to do this, and there's another part that doesn't want to do it. Those are parts that are trying to communicate to you. Our parts are always trying to communicate to us. And the Queen of Cups, so all my court cards represent cups, represent parts. And the Queen of Cups is the feminine aspect to ourselves, the feminine part of us. We have every single person on this planet has a feminine aspect to themselves and a masculine aspect. Whether or not you want to accept that, but the feminine aspect is oppressed, repressed. So the feminine aspect has everything to do with creativity, authenticity, intuition, and it's blocked in most of us. It's been blocked for decades because of the masculine. And so the Queen of Cups in your past is somebody, sorry, not in your past, your pattern. So you're spending a lot of time, and judgment is saying, okay, there's something you need to take a new direction. You need to start feeling. Queen of Cups is all about emotions. You need to start feeling so that you can get in touch with that intuition, so that you can get in touch with that creativity, so that you can get in touch with your true purpose maybe. Because you see, whatever you're doing, you're spending a lot of time on, a lot of effort, maybe money, I don't know. Pentacles. And Queen of Cups is here to say, you know what, it's time to change. Queen of Cups says, it's time. It's going to be time now to get into your body and to start to feel. What is it? What do you really want to do? Like, what are you really passionate about? Because what you're doing now, you're spending a lot of time on, and I don't see it. I don't see it being your passion. I don't see it being your passion. So that's your pattern, where maybe you've been in this is a job maybe you've done for a long time. Maybe it's something, and you just, you never really thought that there was something else you could do. But the Ace of Pentacles says, it's time to get back into your body. Like, what? This is what the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups is all about. The Queen loves the body. She loves the body, because that's where your intuition is. That's where your unconscious is. That's where all your gifts are. Everybody has gifts, and they're there waiting to be, explored and discovered. And the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new start for you to get back into your body and, hey, to figure out, who am I? Do I have something else I want to do? I can be creative. What are you talking about? Because, yeah, sure, he's spending a lot of time here, but, what's just on one plant? Really? One plant? So that's your pattern. Whatever that is, you are going to establish that for yourself, because it is a general reading. So just think about it. Like, are you, maybe you're in a job where it's just like, you never really thought of doing something else, or maybe you have been. But you see, your shadow, there's a tower moment coming in for your shadow. It says, listen, like, it's time. It's time to get in your body, to start feeling, to get to your intuition, to figure it out who you are, your authentic self. Because the tower moment, the universe is saying, this is a tower moment coming up for you, Cancer. This is a tower moment. But you're ignoring this tower moment. You're ignoring this tower moment. There's something blocking it from happening. And I'm going to say, because the Hierophant is here, when the Hierophant shows up, it's really, this is where we get all your inner sort of rules or things you've been taught, your belief systems, your conditioning, your patterns. And, there's something in you that, because you are still, taking care of this plan, spending so much time on it, and you just can't give it up. And what belief system is linked to that? That's in your shadow. What belief system says that you got to work your ass off, spend all these hours doing and taking care of this plant for, what about feeling? It definitely is a real distraction here for you. That's what work is. I'm not saying you are, but that's what workaholism is, right? It's a big distraction. And so many of us put somebody that works all these hours, oh wow, he's a great worker, but does the guy feel? Like, do you spend time to sit in stillness and get into yourself and figure out really what you're supposed to be doing, rather than working all these hours? And that's what I find a lot of people are caught up in. And I think this is coming up for you right now, thinking, is there another way? Is there something else that you could be doing that is your passion, that you'd love to do? Because this is what this pentacle is. It says, listen, This is a new start for you to get into your body, to figure out who you are and what else could you do. There's something else you could do that maybe you won't have to work as many hours. But then there's these belief systems that you've grown up with that says, nah, you got to work all these hours. You got to do this. And what is it that's telling you? Where did you get this from? Were you raised by somebody that says, the only way to do things is to work lots? And, this is where we get this from. These belief systems comes from school, comes from parents, comes from society. Society tells us we got to work lots, And, and then the fool comes up and says, there's a tower moment here. There's a tower moment, and you're kind of ignoring it, but the fool's coming up and saying, you got to take a leap. You have to take a leap. There's something here where you have to, and only you know how this is going to apply to your situation, but you have to trust that this tower moment that's coming up right now for you in your shadow, you have to trust rather than refusing to look at it and see, what is happening right now? What's happening in my life? It could be something like, let's say you've been working at this job and putting a lot of effort and things happen, and then you've lost your job, and you're like, this is a tower moment if you've lost your job, and you're like, oh my God, instead of looking at this and going, well, wait a minute here, let me get back in my body and let me figure out what it is I really, really want to do and can do. This is what this is saying, not what you should be doing, or not all these hours you're supposed to be putting in. It's time to take this new offer to get back into your body and to figure out, listen, there's something else I have to do here. This is a tower moment for me to figure, there's something I got to do, and I have to trust. I have to trust the universe that this is happening for me, because you have for the guidance of the universe, you have the Four of Pentacles and someone that's holding on to these attachments, Are these belief systems that you have right here, attachments? Are these like that money's so important? Is that your attachment, or spending time on it? What are your attachments? What are you holding on to in your shadow? Like, where's this coming from that you can't let it go? Because you have a decision to make here. There's a big decision you have to make here, but it's in reverse, because the decision here, the Two of Pentacles, is always about a decision to be made or an option, and there are so many decisions you can make. I mean, there's an infinite number of decisions here, but you're really out of balance here, and you are denying that you're out of balance, that you need to make a decision, but it has to be a grounded decision. It has to be a grounded decision. I know that you're feeling, and this is in reverse, so let's look at it upright. I know that the Eight of Swords is saying, I see no way out of this. I see absolutely no way out of this situation that I'm in right now, because there's been a tower moment in my life. There's something I probably need to let go of, some belief system in my energy that I need to look at, my patterning, and I'm seeing no way out. And there's a real resistance to going, this card right here is telling you that, you can get out. You need to look at, there's the water here is kind of scattered all over. There's little puddles here, but your emotions need to start flowing. The water's flowing in the background. Whenever it's water, it's emotions, right? So you need to get into your emotions. You need to get back into your body. You need to figure out what's going on here and what it is, how you can get out of this situation that you've got yourself in. Because the Nine of Pentacles is the last card here. And The Nine of Pentacles is, if you look at this card, this person has committed. So first of all, this is a falcon right here, and this individual is taking part in a sport that medieval noble people could do, and you could only do it because you had a lot of money and you could commit a lot of time to it, and it was something that it was attributed to only the wealthy could do it. And just imagine yourself having all this money and getting to do exactly what you wanted to do and enjoy it. And so this card says, there are just a couple of ways you can look at this card, but this card really says that there is abundance. There is abundance that comes from doing what you want to do. If you take that path where, you know, you figure out what it is you want to do, and not what, you know, you've learned that you're supposed to do, or what society wants you to do, or what you should do, but the path of authenticity and what is it that you really, really want to do. And I think people are afraid to do what they want to do because maybe it's not going to bring in the money. It's not going to bring in the money that, you know, you're used to getting back here that you've spent so much time doing. But in order to figure out what it is that you really want to do and enjoy, and it's going to bring you abundance, is what this card is saying, you have to get back in your body and you have to start feeling, getting in touch with your emotions and getting in touch with your intuition. Yeah, here she is, the Queen of Cups over here. Get in touch with your, she's all about feeling, but she's in her body. She's very grounded. So that's the message for you. That's the message for you, Cancer, is, you know, in order to get, you know, I think you've got some belief systems here that you need to look at that are in your shadow, that you've, you know, who has taught you these things about, and it sounds like maybe related to work, but it's something that you want to do. There's something here for you that's very creative, something that you want to do that is promising you abundance. But there's also something that's blocking it from happening. So I'm going to suggest that I'm going to give you some grounding videos, because you need to know how to get back into your body. So I think grounding videos would be very important for you, for sure, to learn how to, you know, get back into your body. And also, I think I'm going to give you some journaling videos also, and because that's going to teach you how to journal from the emotions that are coming up for you when you start to ground. All right? So we'll do some grounding and journaling videos. And yeah, let me know how this is all playing out, if this resonates with you. It is the first reading that I'm giving you, and I want to leave you with an oracle card, a spirit animal. See what the spirit animals want to tell us. One spirit animal for Cancer, just to end this reading. Panther spirit, reclaim your power. Yeah. Reclaim your power, you see. Because this right here, this Hierophant, this isn't your power. This is stuff that was handed to you. Patterning, your patterns, your conditioning, your belief systems. That was stuff that was handed to you when you were little. So now it's time to reclaim who you are. It's time to reclaim who you are. And yeah, that's going to take some grounding, and it's going to take some journaling. Talk to you next month. See you later.